reason the AC's not working. I'm extremely hot, and I don't know, y'all. I don't even know what I'm here for. Like, I don't know what to talk about. The life of a DL person. I don't know how you DL guys' mind work. I know a lot of y'all like don't like to claim that you're DL, but that's what it is. Like, when you don't want people to know, like if we were out, you would probably be afraid that somebody would see you with me. Like, let's just keep it all the way 100. And that's what I just want people to do. Like, it's okay to keep it 100. It's okay to say that you're shamed. It doesn't make you weak. I mean, yeah, it's kind of like you shouldn't care what people think, but we all do in a way. We care about what people think sometimes. Sometimes we do. It depends on what it is. And anybody who tells you they don't at all, ever, you know, you're a human being. Sometimes we do care about what people think about us about certain things. There are things that's why we keep certain things to ourselves, about ourselves. That's what I believe, at least. I just don't understand how they're able to hurt people so easily. That's the part I don't understand, like how you can hurt somebody without any remorse. It's like maybe they do be feeling bad for how they treat us in the LGBT community, or how they treat the women that they proclaim to love. Maybe they feel bad. Maybe they like wake up knowing like they're not the best person that they can be. I don't know. But I know that when it comes to DL men, it's just, you have to be very careful. And like I said, a lot of DL men, they will claim, oh, I'm just myself. I don't like titles. I don't like labels. I'm just myself. That's what they'll say. But at the end of the day, if you're afraid to say, I am attracted to a trans woman, I am attracted to a gay male, I am attracted to the same sex, whatever the case may be, if you are scared to say that, then there's a down low aspect to you. That's just how I see it. Now you have men that are also discreet. Discreet men are more so like, they'll live their life, and they may even live it out loud to a certain degree, but like they're not going to necessarily tell you unless you ask. And then another thing is, they're not, you can't really see it. Like, you can see it in me. Like, you can see it all up and throughout me. Like, you know what time it is when you see me. Anybody without this scarf, it don't matter what I got on. When I start talking, when I start walking, when I start talking with these hands like this, like, you already know what you're dealing with. But with the discreet man, you would never know. You would be so shocked. And I don't know, sometimes I'll be thinking, life must be so much harder for, like, when it comes to like the LGBT lifestyle. I feel like it might be so hard for somebody who's like discreet, or like who's masculine, when it comes to social situations. Like, for me, like I said, people can already see what it is that they're dealing with when they see me. Like, when I walk into a room, there are people that are gonna pretty much show me if they like me or if they don't. And if they don't care for me, like a lot of straight men that I'm around a lot of times, they don't say much to me, and because they already have their assumptions of me, which may be correct. But when you have like a masculine guy, I feel like he would constantly have to like disappoint people in a way. Like, I walk in and I'm already disappointing people. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm disappointing people. I know I'm pissing people off. It is what it is. But like a discreet man, he has to wait for that. Like, it's like more so the anticipation of, oh my God, what is this person gonna say if they find out? Like, I don't know, I just feel like it's still a level of that for them. And I don't know, that's worse to me. Like, I'd rather just walk into the room and know you don't F with me off the bat, or know you F with me because you like what you see. I'd rather that, me, myself. So, but I mean, my life is hard too. I don't like being, I don't necessarily like, walking into spaces, or, talking to people and they look at me a certain way, or act like they can't talk to me. Like, basically like the stuff that used to go on back in the day between blacks and whites, where whites would basically shun black people or look down on black people. And I can speak on this because I am black and I am gay, and my experience as a gay person is similar to that of back in the day when, like I said, the white people would shun and disrespect the black people, and people feel like when they see me, I am lesser than them, That's the impression I get from them based on how they treat me or how their lack of communication with me. Like I'm not worth being spoken to, or like they don't want to be seen talking to me. It hurts sometimes. It's hurtful, but you get used to it. I feel like there's a level of you getting used to it. You know, like what it comes with when you're in this lifestyle after a while. You then went through so many years of like high school, middle school, elementary school. People ask me, were you gay all this time? You know, people making jokes and making it funny, and you know, being left out of certain situations or feeling uncomfortable in certain situations. You get used to that after a while. So I don't know, when it comes to like discreet men, I feel some level of sympathy for you guys. The DL men, like I feel sympathy for y'all too, but y'all are some evil. Let me stop. But y'all know how y'all do. Y'all know how y'all be hurting people. Y'all know that. Y'all not right. Y'all are not right. Y'all need to work on that, okay? But I want to talk on the subject people seeing me as a trans woman. So I've already come out as transgender, right? And so when it comes to people that I'm around, like my family, my coworkers, friends, whatever the case may be, recognizing me as that which I have claimed myself to be, I have not necessarily got that, and that's okay. I'm in like this in-between phase, like where I'm giving like boy and girl at the same time, as like these hormones start to crack down this body and break it down and mold me into all these different things that y'all are gonna see come together. But I'm in between right now. Like I know what I look like. I know what I'm giving. I can see it. I'm not blind. But at the same time, I guess I'm getting closer to a place where I know who I am. I know how I feel. Like whether somebody else recognizes that, wants to recognize it, or just, you know, they slip up, that's not my issue. Are y'all fixing the AC? So as I was saying before, these lovely gentlemen came to try to fix this AC in this booth. The people around me, they are not necessarily addressing me by the gender that I identify as. And that's okay. I've told several individuals around me that because I'm in the middle currently, I'm giving you like this androgynous look. I'm okay with that for now. You know what I'm saying? I have given myself the name Dee Dee. It was one of the first things that came to mind, and I just kind of felt a closeness to it. So like that's the name. I say Bari Boo or Bari or Dee Dee, you know, call me whatever is comfortable for you, especially at work. Like I'm not pushing the issue at work, like, and like I'm not even dressed all the way. Like people would not, it wouldn't, they're not there. And as long as I know who I am, I know what I feel like. That's just what it is. And so, you know, when it comes to my family, I can't see them ever respecting how I feel on the inside, and that's okay. To me, it's okay, I guess, because I am so strong-willed. I have such a strong mind. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. Like, yes, my emotions get hurt sometimes. Like, I'm a sensitive person, and yes, I get sad sometimes, and I care sometimes. Like, I care so much. Like, that is one of the problems I have. I be caring, like, what people say or think sometimes, like, but at the end of the day, I'm talking about at the very end, like when everybody go home. I'm talking about like when everybody in the bed sleep. Well, at the end of the day, I still got me. And like when I know that, it doesn't really matter. I know what it is. One thing my grandfather always told me is you need no one to validate you. And that's what I'm trying to learn. And I have learned to a certain degree as I get older. I care less and I do more, but that's the thing about it. I need no one's validation, and that's from friends to family. It does not matter. Like, if you still see me as a male, like, that's fine. Guess what? I was born a male. I lived my life as a male for a long time, regardless of what I felt like. So there's truth in that statement. Now, where I dislike it is when people are trying to use it against you, like trying to deny you, trying to tell you that what you believe for yourself is not valid, it's not right. Like when they're trying to like just push it down your throat. When this is my life, this is my body. I have the autonomy to believe and live and move how I wish to move. I don't cross the boundary of where I force you to do what I want you to do for yourself. I can't do it. I could never do it. And just like I could never do it, you can never do it to me. You can influence me, maybe. You can make me see something your way, maybe. But guess what? At the end of the day, guess who has to live this life and has to one day rest in peace? Me. And so I'm not being validated left and right. And like to a certain degree, I'm okay with that because I know what it is. Like, the question is, do I even validate myself sometimes? Sometimes I might refer to myself as a male. Like I said before, I feel like a female on the inside, but I was born a male. And so I don't always say transgender woman. A lot of times I'll just say I'm a transgender and go from there. But everything I say is like as it relates to me. I definitely don't ever want to downplay the way that other transgenders feel, especially transgender women who have been doing this longer than I could even think of doing this, and like are so fearless and living their truths to the fullest without any fear, any hesitation. So I would never disrespect the ones that came before me. Like I respect them so much because they are fully out here doing it. Like I'm not even at 100% yet. So I don't like to speak too much on transgender issues, but guess what? At the end of the day, I don't need their validation. I don't need anyone's validation to identify as a transgender. And it doesn't matter what you say, what they say, what he says, what she says, I'm a transgender. That's what I believe myself to be. And then another thing I used to think of is like with people, you know, I'm sure a lot of people think, oh, transgenders are just delusional. Like they just are living in their own little fairy tale land where they're going to believe whatever it is that they want to do. And I could understand why somebody would think that way, but usually the people that think that way and say it out loud out of their mouth is the people that don't even try to listen to you and see what your story is about. Try to understand why is it that you feel that. What life experiences did you have maybe? How did you grow up? You know, how was your household growing up? You know, things like that. They don't try to understand those things. They say those things to try to hurt you and discredit you for what you believe for yourself. A lot of times they're saying that out of hate and out of anger. For whatever reason, I guess we bother them so badly. I don't know. Listen, I have no idea. But for those who think that I am delusional, for those who think I'm crazy, I am crazy. I'll give you that. But I'm not delusional. Like I said, for myself, I know what's up. I know I'm not a woman. I'm a male. But I feel, because of my life experiences, because of the way I relate to the world, because of the way I relate to the men in my life, because of the way I see myself, the way I feel is that I'm a woman on the inside. That's how I feel. That's the truth. That's my truth. You can't take that away from me. You never could. You never will. And so, I just wish that everybody could try to, at least before shutting someone down, or without, you know, before just blocking someone completely from your thought, at least try to understand. Always try to understand, because that's ignorance otherwise. We can learn so much from one another, you know. That's what we have to remember. But yeah, my YouTube family, I just wanted to show y'all some love, let y'all kind of see what was on my mind. Y'all don't give me too much, okay? Like whenever y'all see me and y'all see this face is not shaved, understand I'm working on it. This is a process, y'all. It's a long process. And I've suffered with like, what is it called? I've suffered with razor bumps and like razor burn for a long time because like the razors are so rough on my skin. So I'm just like, I've cut out shaving like with a razor completely, which is the way you get the closest shave. The only time I shave now is right before my appointment I go to for laser hair therapy. Otherwise, you know, outside of that, I'll just use like my hair clippers that I used to cut my hair with. I use that on like the shave as close as possible because I'm trying to, you know, use the laser hair removal not only to remove hair but also to kind of clear up that area where I've just been shaving so much, and it can be helpful for that as well. So I feel like I'm seeing somewhat of a result. I have 2 more sessions. I got it off of Groupon. It's always nice to like kind of just give y'all an update and let y'all know what's going on. But you know, I'm not gonna stop yet. I never saw myself like really putting myself out here like this, like put myself on YouTube for everybody to see and ridicule and all of these things. But like I said, as I get older, I just care less, and just like, this is almost therapeutic for me, like to be able to, it's almost like a journal, like me being able to kind of tell my story every day. Like it's something I can look back on and see as I develop. And so I just have high hopes. Let me call my manager because it's hot. I gotta go, y'all. Bye.